During the Paleo era, ancient man was looking to hunt. He used to go to the watering hole. He used to go and try and find some meat. Well, because of that early ancient man and what they tried to do, of course we are impacted in terms of our genetics and our instincts. So I am here in Karachi, but I am actually looking for student biryani for my survival and reproduction. Assalamu alaikum. Bhai, kya haal hai? पठान है संगे जोड़े अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह यार स्टूडेंट बिरयानी कहाँ मिलेगी
स्टूडेंट बिरयानी तो आपको नहीं आपको गोल्डन पकवान मिलेगा
नो स्टूडेंट बिरयानी
स्टूडेंट बिरयानी ये भी स्टूडेंट बिरयानी से कम नहीं है
वही चीज़ है
हाँ वो तो पता है स्टूडेंट बिरयानी वो पीछे पड़ता है
अच्छा पीछे पड़ता है ठीक है
आपको मैं चाय का दावत दूंगा चाय मंगा दूंगा
This man is giving me free tea, right? Now the thing about Pathans is Pathans are very hospitable, and that's completely non-Darwinian. Because if you're a Darwinist, you should be just focusing on your survival and reproductivity. Any Pathan you meet, chances are, if he's around food and he's eating, or even if he's not, they are gonna invite you. Why? Because that is their trait, that is the kryptonite in their culture against the Darwinian behavior. Shukriya bhai. Shukriya. Allah Hafiz. If you stay too long near a Pathan, then they're going to feed you. Yeah, student biryani mil jayegi? Student biryani. Student biryani kahan milegi?
स्टूडेंट बिरयानी अवेलेबल नहीं है सर
नहीं अवेलेबल
यहाँ पर स्टूडेंट बिरयानी का एक ब्रांड है वो सदर में है या बदर का
सबसे क्लोजेस्ट चीज़ क्या है स्टूडेंट बिरयानी की
बिरयानी में लेकिन बिरयानी
चलें यही दे दें Okay, they told me there's no student biryani here in Karachi. Not Karachi, in DHA where I am. It's a bit further away from here. Either column. So, I'm going to have to settle for just something to eat around here. So, what I actually wanted to speak about today was not biryani. Of course, biryani is something when you come to Karachi you got to eat. And I'm going to continue my hunt for the student biryani. But I've been told by the Pathan guy, the Pathans, they know their trait is they don't lie, right? Very honest people. So he said me, look, spicy, shukriya. So he just said, do you want it spicy? I said, yeah, spicy. So, I actually wanted to speak about Richard Dawkins today. Not student biryani, but student biryani while I was walking around is what came around. Shukriya bhai, shukriya. You can see here some amazing biryani. And I told them to make it spicy, so... Oh, shukriya bhai. Ek pani ki bottle bhi kar dena. Choti bottle. You definitely need some water and you're having some of this stuff with that, chutney. Okay, so we're going to be speaking about, while you guys watch me enhance my evolutionary fitness, we're actually going to be speaking about Richard Dawkins. Now, Richard Dawkins is an interesting character. He's interesting because he's so blatantly inconsistent. How is he inconsistent? Now, one of his things is, oh, well, who made God? Who made God, right? That's his narrative. What's funny is that his teacher, Bertrand Russell, he teaches us some conceptual instruments, if you like, which will show us that the question, who made God, is a stupid question. Even though, interestingly enough, Richard Dawkins looks up to Bertrand Russell. He doesn't recognize the implications of what Russell's basically saying. In fact, I'm not even sure if I'm sure Russell would have recognized this, but I don't know if he actually said it in these words. But why I'm going to explain is the concept which he said, it goes against Richard Dawkins and other neo-atheists who say, who made God, who made God? Now, Bertrand Russell famously said, the universe is a brute fact. The universe exists and it's basically eternal. Now, if something's eternal, it doesn't need a beginning. Therefore, and I believe he used this in a debate against a Christian, if the universe is a brute fact, you don't need a God, because the universe has always been there, and something that begins to exist, it needs a cause, but something that does not begin to exist does not need a cause. So if the universe was eternal, then the universe would not need a cause. So conceptually, there is nothing wrong with the idea that if something does not have a beginning, it does not need a cause. Now I'm salivating right now, so I'm just going to take a taste of this biryani. That's some good stuff. That's some really good stuff. Alright. Got distracted there. So, conceptually, there's nothing wrong with the idea that something can exist forever, and if it exists forever, it doesn't need a creator. No issue at all. No issue at all with that. Now, since there's no issue at all with that, then why is it that before the 1940s, when cosmologists and physicists said the universe has no beginning, and the atheist used an argument that, like Bertrand Russell, that the universe is a brute fact, therefore it doesn't need God. And then when science moved towards the idea that the universe has a beginning, that's when these guys, they started, when we were using the arguments for the existence of the universe and the design argument and whatnot, then they started saying, who made God? Who made God? If we asked them the question, when they thought the universe was eternal, if we asked them the question, who made the universe? They'll say the universe has always been there, so it doesn't need a creator. Yet, when we are using the same line of argumentation that God does not have a beginning, therefore he doesn't have a cause, there's no one who made God, and asking the question, who made God, is like asking, who made the unmade one, is incoherent. They pretend as if they've never heard of this idea that if something exists forever, it doesn't need a cause. Although this is the very argument they were using. So Richard Dawkins, Christopher Hitchens, all these people who use these types of arguments, they are incredibly naive and hypocritical because they think this is some amazing argument, when it's not. It's an ancient argument which has been refuted to death. It's a cliche and is completely inconsistent. Now, this poor chicken died so then I can actually enjoy it. For any vegans out there, if you're offended, the animals would be upset if I didn't eat them. From an evolutionary point of view, this chicken is enhancing my fitness. Lost words there. It's increasing my evolutionary fitness. And just like ancient man was going around hunting, I'm going to keep hunting, even though this thing's already dead. I'm going to kill it anymore. But I'm going to continue my search for student biryani. If you're from Karachi, tell me where I can get the best student biryani, although this biryani is good too. Assalamu alaikum.